Now, you'll definitely need your calculators for this one, okay? Oh, this is something. Dude, go back there and open the door. I didn't say you could close it.
Ask him, tell him, can I close
Go,
the door?
no, open the door. Yes. I'll close it shortly. If I didn't let her close it, what makes you think I'll let you close it? Okay, so firstly now, 1A. So this one here, a construction company is building a block of apartments. They take 12 days to complete the first floor. Each subsequent floor takes 2 days longer. So it's 12 days for the first floor, 14 days for the next floor, 16 days for the next floor, and so on.
Oh.
Yep. Now, what type of sequence is this? AP or GP? AP. And the A is 12 and the D is 2. And we want the nth term. So you remember the formula? UN equals A plus n minus 1D, which here would be 12 plus n minus 1 times 2, which would be 12 plus 2n minus 2, which would be our answer 10 plus 2n.
And all the questions be like that.
It's a Christmas exam, not a Christmas present. Okay. Next part now. Calculate the total time taken. So what formula do I need for that? The sum formula, yeah. So Sn equals n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d equals n over 2. Ali, come on. Say, why are you so late? Come on, hurry up. 2a plus n minus 1d. Now, I can cancel here 2. 2 goes into 24 12 times and into 2 once.
Okay, so the one we're gone.
Yeah, so it's just now 12 plus n minus 1. Or if you want, it's n times n plus 11. No, sorry, this was a 2, and then I cancelled it down to a 1. So I'll rewrite that. Part 3, calculate which floor the company is working on after 200 days. So here we have Sn equals 200. So here we have n plus 11 equals 200, which is a quadratic. N squared plus 11n minus 200 equals 0. Mod 53, the two answers here. 9.6 or
minus 20.6.
So that means, I'll just go down a bit, n equals 9.6. Now, I think we had a bit of a talk last time about this, which was good. If we said n is 1, what would that mean? If we said n is 1, it means they finished the first floor. And if we said n is 2, it means they finished the second floor. So if n was something in between, it means they finished the first floor and are starting on the second one. In other words, come on, hurry up. In other words, we should always take the next number up if it's a decimal point. So therefore, we don't say 9.6, we say 10. 9 finished, and it's on the 10th floor. So 9 floors finished, and it's 60% completed on the 10th floor.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I solved this question with the first formula, UN equals A plus B minus 1B.
No, that would be, you'd probably get a much bigger answer.
Yeah, 95.
Yeah. Yes, 95th floor, yes. You would do that if it said which floor takes 200 days to build. But it said calculate which floor the company is working on after 200 days. So the difference is actually just between the word after and, what did I say originally? Take. So if I said which floor takes 200 days, you would use UN. And if I said which floor are they working on after 200 days, then you use SN.
So what's the UN exactly?
UN is just one particular floor. Like U1, yeah?
But the afternoon, is it floor in here? Calculate which floor the company is working on.
I suppose I could rephrase this to make it a little easier for you. You could have said how many floors were completed after 200 days. Yes, I understand. Is that better? Yes? Okay. These, by the way, all of these questions here are past exam questions. Okay? Right, B1. The third term of a geometric sequence is 1, 2, 5. And the sixth term is 2, 1, 6. Find the A and the OR. Alright, so for GP, what's the formula here? This one? A or n minus 1, so here 5 equals 2, 1, 6. And then this one? Oops, 2, not 3. Equals 125. So by dividing, therefore, or cubed, 216 divided by 125, what's that? It's going to be not so nice a number. 1.728. Alright, fair enough. 1.728, and then while you have the calculator there, you might as well cube root it. 1.2. Now, how do we get the A? We sub it back in. So if I put it back into the second equation, I'll get A equals 125 over R squared, which is 125 over 1.2 squared. So therefore, A equals, do you mind?
$86.8.
86.8, yeah. Okay. Right, that's the A and the OR. Part 2 is get the sum of the first 5 terms. So if you remember the formula, it's A 1 minus Rn over 1 minus R. So here it's 86.8 times 1 minus Rn over 1 minus R. Okay, and again, tell me what you get there, please. What is it? 6.9,
45.9.
so we'll say 646 then. And the last one for 1 mark, show that the series diverges. And geometric series diverges whenever r is more than 1. Just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger each time you multiply it. So in fact, I remember this question is only 1 mark because all you have to say is it diverges because r is greater than 1, i.e. r is 1.2. Then it doesn't diverge, so they wouldn't ask you to show that it diverges. It means you probably made a mistake.
So it would just ask if it's bigger than 1.
No, they could say show that it diverges or show that it converges, but both are the same. To show that it converges, the or should be less than 1. So it's the same thing. Got that? Yes? Okay. Second example. Can I borrow a calculator, please? First thing is which one is divergent, which one is convergent, which one is periodic. So I'll just use the calculator like before to generate the sequence. So the first one starts at 4, and then we have 5 plus 14 over that. So the next next term is 8.5. Is that, yeah? I'm doing 5 plus 14 over un. So looking at that, which do you think? Convergent, divergent, or periodic? It's looking like it's convergent, yeah. The next one? Two, 0, -6, 24, 594, 53424, and then next one will be of the order 10 to the power 11. So what do you think? Convergent, divergent, periodic? Divergent, yeah. So we're expecting the last one to be periodic.
Are they all minus or just minus?
Sorry, the only one is the 6 that's the minus. Yeah. So 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, etc. Okay, I'll scroll back up. So you can see then that U is convergent, V is divergent, and W is periodic. And that ends, that was part 1 actually. That ends part 1. Next one is find the limit. If I was to look at U, what do I think the limit would be?
7.
Yeah, we think it'd be 7. So we'll write down the U formula. It's UN plus 1 equals 5 plus, 5 plus 14 over UN. And if you remember, the quick way to do this is to replace all the U's by X. So X equals 5 plus 14 over X. And then what do we do next? Yep. X squared minus 5x minus 14 equals 0. And what are the two answers here, please? Well, actually, you'll have 7 and 2, yeah. 7 or minus 2. So, therefore, the limit is 7. Okay. It's okay? Yep. So that's part A done. So now on to B part of that. The 7th term is 35, and the sum of the first 10 terms is 290, and it's arithmetic.
I have a question.
Yeah.
This would be long questions, right?
Oh yeah. This one here, U7, what would that be? A plus 6D equals 35. And here, n over 2, 2a plus n minus 1d equals 290. So I'll put the 5 into that. What do you get there? 58 and 58, is it? So you get a plus 6d equals 35, or 2a plus 9d equals 58.
Don't you want to multiply the first terminal with 2? So we make
Yep, we'll do that on the next step. Okay, so you're right, we'll multiply the first one by 2. So we get, well actually I'll put them here. 2a plus 12d equals 70. And then 2a plus 9d equals 58. And then what will I do with these? I'll subtract them, yeah. So I get 3d equals 12, so d equals 4, and then I can put that back in there to get the a, so that's 36, so 58 minus 36, so that's 22 divided by 2. Okay, so then a is 11.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Multiply one in the equation 2, yeah?
I multiply this one by 2, yeah.
You have to multiply the 2 again, yeah?
One is enough, yep. No, you don't have to multiply the two of them, no.
I have a problem. Do I multiply it with the 9?
The second one here?
When I put the d in, so it's 9 times 4 equals 58.
No. 9 times 4, 36.
Yeah.
And then you take that to the right, 58 minus 36
okay.
is 22. And then I divide it by 2, so that's 11. Okay, and last part here, find the sum of the first 40 terms. So S40 equals, what's the formula then? N over 2, so what would that be here? 20, 2a, plus n minus 1, 39, times d. So can you just tell me what this is, please? Yeah, what is it?
3560.
3560. Okay, next question. State which one of these is arithmetic. Okay. So if I look at these ones here, let's see. This one's plus. No, this one isn't arithmetic, I don't think, because here to here is plus 6, but here to here is not plus 6. What about this one here? Here to here is minus 9.
Yeah.
And then here to here, this one's arithmetic, yeah? Yeah, this one's arithmetic. The D equals minus 9, and the A you can see is 67. So what they want you to do is find which one is arithmetic and calculate S8. So S8 is n over 2, 2A, so that's 134, plus n minus 1, which is 7, times D, which is minus 9. Is that okay, yeah? So tell me what you get there, please.
284.
284. Which one is geometric, do you think? The top or the bottom? I think it's the top one here. Could you do 72 over 96 and tell me what you get as a decimal? 0.75 exact?
Yes.
And then 54 over 72 should be the same, we hope?
Yes.
Good, okay, and the A we can see is 96. So the second part is calculate this infinite sum. So if you remember the formula, it's A over 1 minus or. Can you check that, please? No, that's not right.
384.
384, yeah. And the last one is to explain why the last sequence is not arithmetic and not geometric. Well, if it was arithmetic, then D would equal 6 and, what would the D be here? 7, yeah? You see that? It's not the same adding term. And why is it not geometric? Well, if it was geometric, the OR would equal, could you do 42 over 36, what's that, 21 over 18, 1.16, and the OR would be 49 over 42. 1.16. But there's not exact, right? There's like another decimal place or something that makes it different.
No, 1.1666.
1.16. Oh, well, there's this one here not. But was both of these 0.75?
Yeah.
I wonder if they made a typing mistake here. Okay, just to make it work, let's make this last one here 50. So then the D would be 8. And then what would the OR be now for the second one? 50 over 42. 1.19. 1.9. Okay, that's better. Okay. You got that taken down? Yeah? Okay. Right, last part now.
How is it look if AP D equals 6 and D equals 8?
Yeah, if it was AP, the D changes, and if it was GP, the R changes. Okay. Last part now. Ali and Beryl both start earning 12,000 a year. Ali's salary increases by P each year. So it's 12,000. It's 12,000, and then it's 12,000 plus P, and then it's 12,000 plus 2P, etc. And then Beryl's increases by a factor of 1.05. So it's 12,000, and then it's 12,000 multiply 1.05, and then it's 12,000 multiply 1.05 squared, and then it's 12,000 multiply 12,000 multiply 1.05 cubed. So that's A's and B's. In the fourth year, they both earn the same salary. So what do you think that equation is that I can make if I know in the fourth year they make the same salary? Yeah? Oh, I mean, like, what do I make equal to each other? What could I say?
12,000 plus 3P equals 12,000 into 1.05.
Yeah. What you're saying here is the salary in year number 4. Oh, sorry. I didn't write all 4 of them down. There's another one in here. Let me squeeze it in. That was only year 3, wasn't it? 12,000 plus 2P, and then finally 12,000 plus 3P. So in year 4 for A, their salary is the same as in year 4 for person B. So those two are equal. Well, that's not too bad to solve for P. Let's see what you get here for P. So I got P equals 630.5. So person's A salary would look like this. First it starts off with 12,000. And then they get 12,630.5. And then they'll get, so I'll give this back to you now, 13,891.5, and then finally they get 14522. And then persons B is they start with 12,000, and we already know that in the fourth year it should be the same, so that should be 14522. So then 12,000 times 1.03. So then in the next year 12360. And then in the fourth year, or sorry, in the third year, 12730.8. Is that right? Did I make a typing mistake here? Ah, it's It's 1.05, not 03. 12,600. 13230. Sorry, I'm making a mess of this. 13891.5. I missed one in the middle here. 12630.5 plus 630.5. 13261 plus 630.5. There we go. 13891.5. Okay. Okay, so first part is what is the P, and then the second one, who earns more over the 4 years. So there's two ways you could do the last one. What are the two ways you could do it? Well, you could calculate S4 for A. What type of sequence is A? Arithmetic or geometric? Arithmetic. And then you could calculate S4 for B. What type is B sequence here? Geometric. But because there's only 4, I don't even think you need to go through that trouble. Because if I look at these 4 here, in the first year, they both earn the same, yeah? And in the last year, they both earn the same. So it really just comes down to who earns more in the second and third year. So in the second year, who earns more? It's A. And in the third year, who earns more? It's also A still. So you can see just from this table of 4 here, therefore A earns more.
So we shouldn't just calculate.
No, in this case I didn't bother because there's only 4 terms in the sequence. But if this was, say, 12 months, then you just use your S12 formula. But only because there's 4 terms here, it was just enough to calculate the 4 terms and just look. If this question was changed so that it was given more time, do you still think the answer would be the same, that A would earn more than B? No, why not though? Well, A is arithmetic, which means it grows by adding a 630.5, whereas B is geometric, it grows by multiplying by 1.05. And in the long term, if you keep multiplying something, it grows faster than if you just keep adding something. So for these first 4 years or 4 months or whatever it is, A earns more. But if you were just to say the next 4 months, it will be B, definitely. Okay. Just make a note to change this number here to 50. I'd say it took me about maybe 35 minutes to do those 3 questions. But it should take you about 20 minutes to do one of these questions in the exam. But you can see that if you know what you're doing, it doesn't take you too long to do one of these. Of those 3 questions, I think, I don't know, was the first one the longest one to do? Or were they all kind of the same? Yeah. Slightly longer, maybe. But anyways, if you think about it like this, each one of these questions here is a long question, and a long question is worth 15% in the exam. Okay? So what we did yesterday, one of those questions is 15%. And what we did today, one of these questions is 15%. So if you were happy with both of those worksheets, then that's already 30%. Section A is 40%, which is 10 short questions, like the questions from the worksheets. So that's already 70% of the exam that we've revised for, that you could do, okay?
4 long questions.
You choose 4 long questions, yeah. But you have a choice of 6, 4 from 6.
Also, we choose what questions we want.
Choose what looks like your best 4 on the day. And on Friday, we have class on Friday. No, Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah.
On Thursday, I'll give you some advice on what are the best 4 questions to choose. Of course, it depends totally on the paper that you get, but I can give you some advice on what ones to do and what ones not to do. Okay? So, like, for example, here, I think question 1, if you saw that, you would definitely do it in the exam, right? I mean, from yesterday. Those question 1s. This is the section B question.
Yesterday's questions were section A?
No, stay focused. These are all section Bs. Look at the 3 questions we did today. This is usually what I find happens in the exam. Students that see a question like number 2, they do it. But sometimes students are put off doing it if it was like number 1 because of the practical question. So that's up to you to decide. If you didn't like number 1, then you wouldn't want to do this in the exam if it was a practical question. But I think if it was like number 2, where it's just using the formulas, no story, then I think everybody should do that, you know. But anyways, we'll talk about exam strategy later in the week, okay? So for the next class, which is, when's our next class? Tomorrow? Yeah, could you have a look and try worksheet on page 97, which is unit D, exponential and log.